You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, I've got your weekly spoilers from Monday, May 26th, all the way through Friday, May 30th. It looks like Ridge is back to waffling. Finn is stepping up in a big way, and Daphne's going to turn tail and run. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and if you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button, and now let's get into what is coming next week on B&B. I do want to remind you that Monday is Memorial Day. Now, traditionally, B&B does run a new episode, and in the spoilers, they have a new episode, but just be mindful, there's always a chance they could pull an unscheduled preemption on us. And if they do, then it's going to mess up your DVR. Okay, Monday, May 26th, season 38, episode 173. Tom Arnold is back as Deuce, the Forrester private jet pilot. He's going to be picking up heartbroken Daphne Rose and take her to the airport. And it looks like she has decided, after what happened with Carter, that she's going to go back to Paris because Carter did horrible thing to her, saying, "Oh, I've fallen in love again." If some guy misled me like that, he would be in the emergency room while I was on the plane. It just was really bothersome. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but he was letting her rub all over him and clearly leading her astray and thought it was cruel. It was cruel. Not that I'm the biggest fan of hers, but it was cruel. So now that Carter's back with Hope, Daphne is headed to the airport. She's going to run. But will she change her mind at the last minute? Maybe. Maybe Deuce says something inspiring like, "Don't give up on love." And Carter goes all out for Hope, who is, recently reunited with him, and he's planning something elaborate, and maybe it's just dinner, maybe it's something more. Also, Finn asks Liam for a favor, and I wonder if Finn is going to ask him to do the risky treatment or just for Liam to stop keeping his cancer a secret and let people in. Because if he is going to do the treatment, obviously people are going to see that there's something wrong with him. He's going to look sick. He's going to be exhausted. He's going to be you can't hide stuff like that. Also this week, Steffi and Liam are having a serious chat at her Malibu beach house. There's a promo photo I can't show you for copyright reasons, but they may be going over the pros and cons of the treatment options and whether he should give it a try. I'm sure that Steffi is going to want him to, so that Liam will at least have more time with his daughters. On Tuesday, May 27th, is season 38, episode 174. Brooke and Ridge are wondering why Steffi is so happy for Hope, and this may be about her having the job back at Forrester. Maybe it's her being back with Carter, and it could be that Steffi just doesn't want Hope to be alone while she's going through this and after Liam dies. Plus, Hope has an answer to the question that Carter asked her on Monday. Now, clearly he wants to lock Hope down now that they're reunited, but at the same time, it'd be kind of shocking if Hope took a big leap forward to commit to Carter. She never did with Thomas. However, things with Liam dying have shifted her thinking, like she was talking to Brooke about life being too short. So we'll see which way Hope may or may not commit to Carter. And deep down, I feel like she's still in love with Liam and wants to be with Liam. And if he decides on this treatment and she realizes there's a glimmer of hope, that could absolutely change things. Meanwhile, Liam and Finn have a bonding moment on Tuesday. And, one silver lining coming from this awful Liam cancer and tumor situation is he and Finn are developing a genuine friendship. Then on Wednesday, May 28th, it's episode 175 of season 38. And we have Sheila talking to her granddaughter, Luna. The subject is her obsession with Will and her determination to make him her man, despite the fact he keeps rejecting her and is in love with another woman, with Electra. So Sheila warns her, don't do this, but Luna's going to go ahead and she's going to send a provocative text to Will. And I wonder if it's going to be just suggestive words or maybe include a sexy photo too, because Luna's absolutely determined that she will get Will into her bed and she thinks somehow she'll get into his heart after that. but his girlfriend's not going to like it. And things get intense between Elektra and Luna, and Elektra is not going to back down. So maybe she sees the text that Luna sent Will and decides to confront her. Might be a good old-fashioned soapy cat fight, and I'm here for it. Thursday, May 29th is season 38, episode 176 of Bold and the Beautiful. And Will opens up to Katie. He's going to tell her what's going on with Elektra and with Luna, and it looks like Katie gives him some motherly advice. Katie's probable advice is going to be take out a restraining order against Luna because she's a psycho, and the last thing she wants is this double homicide woman chasing her son. So obviously, the other topic of possible conversation could be Will wanting to escalate his relationship with Elektra, wanting to get intimate, and her still not wanting to go there. So if that's the topic of conversation, I'm sure Katie will tell him just to be patient and don't push Elektra. Meanwhile, Sheila breaks up a brawl between Luna and Elektra, and that should be fun to watch. I'm pretty excited. Plus, Brooke's telling Ridge they should throw a party for Hope, but he's not so sure about that. And it could be about whatever this question is that Carter has asked her, or it could be for her birthday because Hope's birthday is very early July, although B&B tends to celebrate birthdays whenever they want and ignore the actual dates of birth. And there is a spoiler photo. Again, I can't show you for copyright reasons, but it has Brooke and Ridge in the CEO office at Forrester Creations, and they're touching hands. There are big smiles on their faces. And, innocently, maybe they're happy because their daughters have put aside their long-running rivalry and are getting along. However, it might be something more than that based on what we're seeing. Some red flags we're seeing on B&B with Ridge and Brooke that don't spell good news for Taylor. Friday, May 30th, season 38, episode 177. Sheila does not want Luna to repeat mistakes that she's made and advises her granddaughter, maybe you should just leave LA. Despite Sheila's warning, Luna will probably be hesitant to leave because then she'll never had a shot at Will, not that she ever did, and that means she can't develop a relationship with Finn. However, remember, Lisa Yamada is filming a new Prime Video series called Elle. It's a prequel for Legally Blonde. And so this might be the end of Luna's run on B&B, at least for now, and she may leave LA. Luna makes Sheila an offer. Maybe she's asking Grandma to go with her. That'd be interesting. And there is a spoiler photo of Deacon and Sheila looking like they're having a tense moment talking at their home. He may be griping about Luna, or maybe sharing the news that Liam is dying or that Hope went back to Carter. We'll see how that goes.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.